Somebody called me on the phone and said the apartment complex was on fire.
Whether it's out of control,
We just heard a big boom, boom, and then that's when the fires just sparked up.
or out of line.
I was ironing my clothes. The next thing I know, I heard blap, 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 blap.
Help is needed.
It's gonna be Sierra Tango Bravo.
Not in a minute,
It was so intense, it's unbelievable.
but now. But what if when you called,
Haltom City Police and Fire.
instead of talking to her,
What's the name?
you were put on hold, and what if on the other line
Hey, what's going on?
was this woman?
I had purchased shrimp fried rice up here, and I asked him, can you give me extra shrimp or can you get my money back? And he started hollering. So I just said, I'm going to call the police.
It sounded like she was upset that she didn't get enough shrimp in her shrimp fried rice.
But per department policy, a Hampton City police officer was sent out to the restaurant where he found a plate of fried rice and shrimp and a caller who was long gone.
Sometimes for some reason these people, they think it's an emergency. In their eyes it is.
But there comes a point when a call for help becomes a call of disturbance.
Kirk County 911.
It's hard to understand what 53-year-old Elsa Benson is saying. But when officers arrived at her Kerrville home, she made it clear why she called.
She had called 911 because her husband was not wanting to eat his supper.
And this wasn't the first time Benson had called 911. No, she had called multiple times before, tying up multiple dispatchers.
The majority of our officers, if not all our officers, know this particular residence very well.
After 30 calls to 911 in 6 months, the Kerrville Police Department says it had no choice but to arrest Benson. It might seem a little harsh for a free phone call, but it's a stance many cities are having to take.
We encourage the citizens not to abuse 911.
Spend a minute in the San Antonio Fire 911 call center,
Is she awake right now?
Is he able to answer you?
and you'll understand
Okay, you're having chest pain?
why there's no time for a misdial.
I have an ambulance on the way over there for you, okay?
When it gets busy, you can imagine we don't have time to be answering calls that shouldn't be through our 911 center.
Engine 6 to medic on scene.
In a city of 1 million people with hundreds of emergencies
Medic 13. Respond for a traffic accident.
and just 4 call takers,
Okay, I'm gonna get him on the way over there.
even one seemingly innocent call,
We had a lady not too long ago asking about food in the freezer, whether it was spoiled.
Respond for an unconscious fainting.
even if it's just for a second,
They told her not to eat the food.
could delay help.
Ladder 1 on scene.
Perhaps just a minute or two, but when it's out of control
We heard something come flying by.
or out of line,
One all black with a black cap.
there's no time
Get on the ground.
to be put on hold. With the I-Team, Brian New, KINS 5, Eyewitness News.